Hey guys, so let's get rolling. This is specific to you runners, head to toe, swift through. I'm going to be detailed, but it's a quick full body foam roll. So bear with me, get your roller and roll with me. Okay, so sit on it, always start at your butt. Extend your feet outward, put your feet behind you. Roll. I like to start at my glutes because if you know me, everything is about the glutes and the hips. So always want to give more love there than you do pretty much anywhere else on your body because everything starts there. So we're going to load glutes and low back, and I'm going to inch my way down. I'm walking out of my legs, keeping my hands behind me. Now, guys, sidebar, foam rolling is going to actually work your core, which is your abdomen and your back, and it's also going to work your arms, just for holding yourself up. So expect to work a little bit. So now I'm just going to walk myself down and let this roll up my spine. I'm going to grab my head and continue to walk out. Fold my elbows inward. It's going to open up my T-spine, my shoulder blades, the muscles next to my spine, where you get a lot of knots right there. And that's where the IT band crosses over your spine, guys. So it's very specific for a runner when we're talking about torque. You got to relax this all through here. Now, you can see I'm going right up to the base of my neck. I'm going right up to the base of my neck and all the way back down. So don't want to go over your neck, but you want to get to the base of your neck. Okay? Rocking out in the middle. Get over that guy a little bit. Give it some love. Give it some love. Closing your elbows, opening your elbows up. And just doing that a few times. Now we're going to just nicely twist over to the right side. You can drop your hip if you need to and extend your arm. Now you're going to be right in your armpit. Your lats, bra fat area, back fat area, is to your shoulder what your glutes are to your hips. So your lat has to fire in order for your shoulder and your entire arm to function right. So we really want to get in there. This is going to hurt. If it hurts, sit on it, hold it, let it dissipate, and then roll little, 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 little. It's very specific right here, but again, very important for runner torque. Okay, which you guys should be listening to my podcast at the podcast on iTunes, Run Pain Free, hashtag Run Pain Free, about torque and how important it is for you guys. This is going to help that, okay? And whatever you do to one side, you got to do to the other. So let's get up and onto the other side. Extend that arm out, drop your hips, place it into your armpit, roll, you get the back of your shoulder. Get into there, and again, I'm going swiftly, but you take your time if you feel pain there. Come back over, walk back up. As soon as you get to a place where you can touch the ground, scoot up, and let it roll all the way up. I'm going to move this down a little bit so we have more room. Okay, so now we're going to go down to the lower body, quick through. Hands, walk yourself back, walking only to the top of the back of your knee. You don't want to roll over your knee, guys. Over the back of your knee. Your meniscus is there. You don't want to touch that. So rolling back and forth. Back and forth. Rolling those hamstrings. Now, you really won't feel much when you roll your hamstrings, but it's very important to roll them, okay? Just so you know. Good. So, I'm going to stop right here. All I'm going to do is twist my hips. You want to roll your outer hip first. This is where the IT band balls up and fans. So you really want to get right over your hip bone and then into the socket. Hip bone, socket. The hip bone joint is the only joint you can actually roll over. I'm going to now continue crossing my leg in front, getting ready to roll my IT band. So I'm going to just walk my arms upwards. Now, you're going to probably be here. Look at my hips. I'm off. I'm not on top of my side. I need to roll forward. Now my hips are stacked. Now I'm on that exact line, all the way down to right outside my knee, not on the knee, above it, and then walk myself back down. So this leg that I'm rolling is just laying there. I'm not flexing it. All my weight's on my legs and in my hands. And this, again, is the thickest part, toughest part of the IT band. Straining on your kneecap, restricting mobility into your calf, restricting ankle mobility, restricting T-spine. So now I'm going to roll over just a quarter forward. That's going to place me right in line of my hip flexors. Most of yours are not working. So we want to make sure we're rolling right down and over it. As you can see, I'm way up high. I'm way high on my hip. Okay? And then I'm going to follow that line all the way down. So now I'm just inside the IT, right on top of my outer thigh, outer quad muscle. There's 4 of them. This is one of them. Okay? I'm going to drop both my hips forward, right to the top of my knees, and I'm going to roll down. Right to my hips, all the way back up. Down. Right to my hips, all the way back up. Rolling the quads. Again, basic. There's fancy schmancy stuff we can do here, but that's for the other videos, okay? This is basic swift through. So now we have to do the other side. Again, corner it right onto that hip flexor. Follow that line, that inside line, right inside the IT, right where the quads start. Follow that line. Get down to that right outside the knee is a sweet spot, guys. You want to get right in there. Okay? I'm going to rotate my hips backward, making sure they're stacked. My foot is in front, hands are heavy, foot in the front is heavy, and I'm going to go all the way down my IT band. Now, a lot of people have a hard time with this because they're constantly walking. But if you place your one hand out ahead of you a little bit, you really don't have to move it. You just kind of have to press forward and back. And this hand can just guide you and kind of move with you. But if you staple this arm right here, you're good to go for the IT band. And again, give it some love. Okay? Perfect. Now we're going to go down to our calves. Starting at the base of the calf. Just doing this really isn't going to do much, okay, guys? You have to cross. The weight of this leg adds to this leg. Now, I roll straight through, all the way down to the Achilles, all the way up behind the back of the knee. Again, stopping right before it. I don't come before it, guys. I'm stopping right there, right in that knee. At no point do you roll over the back of the knee. Now, the calves is the biggest part I hear people have a hard time with. You want, if it's too heavy to hold yourself up like this, just come up and plop. Move your hands up and plop. Move your hands up, plop backwards. Move your hands up, plop backwards. Like anything else, you have to work on foam rolling to get good at it. I've been foam rolling for 15 years. So, once you've been doing it forever, it's nothing to you. Swift through, bing, bang, boom, you're done. So, now, I'm just going to show you for a good angle. What you want to do is twist your whole body over. Because remember, where this bone is outside of your calf is where the IT actually pockets, inserts. So we really have to roll this outside piece. By just doing this for your calves and switching over, now I'm going to roll right up onto that outside part. Thinking about shin splints, thinking about calf strains, thinking about the peroneal tendon that all of you have such issues with. All this around it needs to be released, guys, to give you some mobility in your ankles. And again, my Achilles is a little tight right here. So I'm going to roll it because I know there's strain around it. Muscles are tightness. Restriction is tension and tissue. All right? And what you do to one side, you do to the other. Always make sure. Okay, well that's your swift roll through. Now you can go activate and get outside for your quick and easy run. Have an awesome run, guys.